What's going on out there, world? It is June 26, 2020, 9:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here to talk a little bit of UFC Fight Night. Is it a fight night? I don't know if it's a fight night. But hey, is it?
Vegas 4. Yeah. Fight Night Vegas 4, baby.
Fight Night Vegas 4. Poirier versus Hooker. That's right. Y'all saw us Tuesday break it down. Right now, we're about to lock it down. I didn't even plan that. That was off the top of the dome. Glad y'all could join us. First things first, y'all might recognize one guy over there. We're going to introduce him. A little bit of Mr. Fat Fist, a little bit of Mr. Austin Nick. Hey, we're about to tear it down today, right?
Yeah, let's tear the roof off this mofo.
That's right, brother. That's right. Hey, you can't hit us with a line, brother?
Yeah, I'm always sticking and moving, hooking and jabbing as usual. Come on now.
That's right. Hey, and he's been on a couple odds videos, but he's the newest member of the odds squad. He's making his debut. Some of them know him as the MMA prediction guru. That's right, Guru. Welcome to the squad, brother.
Yeah, what's up? Glad to be here. I'm excited. Thanks for Odds HQ. It's going to be cool. Me, Mo, Boston, Nick, we're going to be breaking down all these cards. Thanks for Cynthia. I see her in the chat. So, guys, thanks everyone for coming through. And, it should be fun.
Awesome.
Heck yeah. Shout out to the bosses of all bosses, Miss Cynthia. And you heard him right, Odds HQ. This is powered all by Odds HQ. Odds.com. Hit up odds.com for any type of betting needs. What? When MLB comes back, is MLB coming back?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's like what? I think I do like half a season. Jay, I think you're in the chat. What is baseball?
Hey, if they come back half season, 3/4 season, it doesn't matter. You can go get all your needs over there, odds.com. NBA, hey, go over there, odds.com. Here on Odds HQ on YouTube, the headquarters for Odds, we're going to have all that content. We're going to be breaking it down, showing you the best ways to cash them tickets. So, hey, and before we get into it, they gave us a shout out. We want to give one back to them. Hey, the Kegcast, that's right. Hey, y'all go check out the Kegcast. If you're not on Odds HQ, slide over to the Kegcast. They like to bring you that NASCAR content. They like to, hey, speaking of gurus, that's how your boy Jay needs to change his name to Jay the NASCAR Guru, because he's over there cashing NASCAR tickets. So, hey, slide back and forth, support the homies. They support us. They gave us a shout out. We want to give one back, but we want to end that with Odds HQ. Smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you never miss any type of content. Now, boys, let's sit back. Get your Powerade. They're not sponsored. Hey, but if y'all want to go over there, Powerade. Let's break down this card. Who's the opening fight on this card?
I believe we got the girls, right? Hanson and Frey.
See, I thought I heard that, but then I saw somebody talk about maybe the Salau fight might be first. But we'll go in order here, just like you said, Miss Jin Yu Frey versus K. Hanson. Yo, Boston Nick, you see any angles, any corners we can cut on this? First thing first, who you got straight up, and then what you thinking about it?
I'm liking Hanson, and especially from the weigh-ins, I'm liking Hanson more. She's 15 years younger, and she's still developing, and we've already seen the finished product with Frey, in my opinion. I believe that Hanson was coming to the UFC and Frey's to fill in this situation. So, especially after the weigh-ins, I think she's gonna just take her down at will and kind of have him top control, and it might end up being a decision. But I think Hanson gets it done, and a decent price tag you can get her at right now too.
Nice, Guru. What's your thoughts on it, my man?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm not trying to poo-poo the first fight of the night, but man, I mean, this seems like an Invicta fight to me. I'm not sure why they're bringing it to the UFC. They got Jin Yu Frey, who I think is an atom weight. I mean, even when you see her at the weigh-in today, she looked very small. She this is her first fight at 115. She's 35 also. So it's, I feel like Hanson's fight to win, but Hanson is only 20 years old, very inexperienced. So I mean, I would probably stay away from that fight, to be honest with you. Even though Hanson is only minus 160 at decent price, like Nick was saying. I mean, she has, I believe, 2 losses already in only 8 fights. Another fight that I watched, she was losing the whole fight and caught an armbar in like the last 30 seconds. So she could be 5-3, a record like that. So to bet on someone like that, especially against a girl like Frey, who is, small, but she is, the champion at Invicta, and she has some, credentials. She's fought over in Asia as well, fought some good girls. I think it's probably a stay away for me there.
Yeah, I feel you in that one. And Maddie Money in the chat. Thank you guys. Everybody in the chat that showed up. Thank you so much.
Shout out to all them cappers that coming. They could have been anywhere on this Friday night. They're rocking with us. Odds
and I want to know what your best bets are. If you put them in the comment section below, if it's open right now, put them your best bets for tomorrow night's fight card. If it's not there, you can put them in the chat. But I'd rather you put them in the comments. I want to see what everybody's best looks are.
Boom. As far as me on this fight, hey, it's a stay away, right? Because to me, first fight anyway is a stay away. I have a tough time sometimes because you get that wrong, man. You feel like the rest of your night's going to go to poo-poo, just like Guru just used that nice little poo-poo. But if you had to pick one, if I had to pick a side, I'm going to go Hanson, and here's why. Real low volume by Frey. She comes out, she throws 2 punches at a time, some leg kicks. She has fought better competition. She is older. This Hanson, she's younger, 20, 21 years old. She's only going to get better. And from what I've seen with Frey, if you stand and give her the chance to hit that nice little check left, she can put the lights out. She can drop you. But if you see where her deficiencies are, ooh, that was a good word for an Arkansan. She gets taken down. I don't remember the Asian young lady. We're politically correct here at Odds HQ. I don't want to say Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and it'd be the wrong thing. So we're gonna say Asian. But she took her down at the beginning of the third. That's how she won it. Wham bam, took her down pretty easy. So I think back boom, if she can blast a double like that, and then you go watch tape on Hanson and she's getting takedowns. Yeah, she's flat-footed. But it seems like she can take a couple. This girl's an atom weight basically coming up. She's going to be able to take the shots to clinch, secure the takedown. She does have some subs on her record. So I'm not saying that it's going to be a sub, but what I am saying is if you're going to bet it, first off, stay away. But if you're one of them crazy people that want to bet every single fight, Frey by decision if you're on Frey. And then, in my opinion, Hanson, you probably get pretty decent money. Hey, can one of y'all look up what is Hanson by sub?
Hanson by sub, you can get right now, currently at plus 420. Love that number.
Plus 420. Check her record. She has, I think, 5 subs, something like that. Something close, 4 or 5. She can get the sub. So maybe her by sub if you want to get crazy, sprinkle a little on that. Personally, I think it's going to be a decision. I think Hanson's going to win a decision, but it's a total stay away from me.
If it was a beauty contest, Frey all day. But this ain't a staring contest. This is a fight.
Yes. But hey, all right, boys. Hey, we're talking about sports betting here, boys. All right. Next up, we got Jordan Griffin versus one of Mr. Boston Nick's. Don't use the word lock, but as close as it could be, in his opinion, Mr. Salau. Are you still that hard on it, Nick? Have you swayed a little bit? What's your thoughts on it?
No lock talk, but I got him at plus 105. It's swaying to minus 125 right now. I just think he's more well-rounded than Griffin. Griffin just gives up way too many takedowns. Against TJ Brown, before he was subbed, I would say 2 minutes into the second round, I think it was like 6, 7, or 8 takedowns. And I know Zalal, could take him down as well. He took down Lingo at will, and Lingo was a grappler, the wrestler in that fight. And he likes to move around a lot. He does keep his hands down a little bit too much for my liking, but I like Zalal here, and I like the price tag. I got my plus 105, and right now I'm beating the bookies right now at minus 125, so I'll take it.
Very nice, very nice, Mr. Prediction Guru. What you thinking about it, bro?
Yeah, in terms of betting, Jordan Griffin is a guy that, most bettors probably hate Jordan Griffin's style. I mean, he's always losing the fight until he's winning. So if you bet on him, even if he wins, you're gonna have to sweat it out until he probably gets a finish. And if he loses, he usually even makes the fight pretty tough when he loses as well. So it's like Griffin to me is not as skilled as the Law, but he is I believe 7 years older. He has more experience, and he has that the crazy factor where I feel like he's a guy that if he can kind of just push a real hard pace and continue to stand up if Salau takedowns, because I think we all know Salau is the better wrestler here. But if he could stand up off bottom or, threaten submission, sweep, do things like that, it could become very interesting because Griffin does have the better hands here. Salau really likes to use kicks, a lot of movement. And, if Griffin could just continuously push him towards the cage, let off some big hands, maybe even shoot some takedowns of his own, he can make the fight pretty interesting because – I've seen Salau taken down in previous fights. He's been rocked. He's been dropped before. But, I picked him against Austin Lingo in his debut. He was a big underdog in that fight. And the reason why I like guys like Salau is because they're young and they're already very skilled and technical. So everything else is going to come, with age and everything like that. So I kind of expect Salau to continuously, be growing as a fighter every time he goes out there. He is training at a good camp. I think he's already better than Jordan Griffin, but Jordan Griffin is just one of these guys that could potentially get a finish at any time. But I think Salau is smart enough to probably get in there and get a decision victory.
What do you think about the weigh-ins?
Griffin is a bigger guy for sure. Salau obviously fought at 35 a lot. So, I didn't see much there. I don't think Griffin was that much bigger.
Yeah, me either. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing it just like y'all. Griffin's always in the fight. That's the thing about it, dude. Dude is the native psycho for a reason. He brings it. He has better hands. He has more power in his shots. In his hands, he has better boxing. Zalaw's movement, it looks like it might be just from watching his last fight. You can't just strictly go off that, the competition. But, hey, dude had really good movement, really fast, like a lot of pulls, uses his movement a lot, has his hands down, a lot of lateral movement left to right, really good kick game. But what I like to see, especially in the small cage, is when he moves, he doesn't just move side to side. He cuts angles, and then he tries to get people off balance and hit them with a nice little blast double. So I could see a lot of that going on, but got to watch out shooting that blast double, changing levels on somebody that has a good guillotine. And Griffin does have a good guillotine. So my pick here is the Law by decision. But if you like Griffin, I'm not going to be mad, which I hear a lot of people talking about. There's some solid dogs on this. I'm not really seeing a lot of solid dogs. So with not being a lot of solid dogs, you want to make a little bit of money and you got that little bit of extra coin. Hey, Griffin by submission right now, you get plus 400-ish. Zalal by decision, if you want to go straight up, plus 180-ish. Hey, are you boys, which I know Nick is betting this. Nick, how are you betting this?
I have Zalal straight up already at plus 105. But, if someone takes both guys by decision and you almost pick up a full unit and then more than a full unit, it's not a bad look whatsoever. I could see these guys both going to decision.
Yeah, the weird thing is, right, it's like Salau in that fight in the UFC, it looked like he had a good style to, win decisions, right, like a point fight style. But he was 0-2 in decisions before that. So that is a little weird. He's only 1-2 in decisions for his career. So
no, small cage might make for a
fireworks. Hey, I know the print's small on the bottom right there, but somebody just said your boy's looking like Channing Tatum right now. So
yeah.
Though we don't want to pass that. So I want to special shout out to Duncan. I take him as it is. I'm sure. Yeah, you meant like Channing Tatum in that funny cop movie, right? So,
Magic Mike.
Hey, now shut your mouth, Guru. I gave you a special intro, bro. I'll mute you right now. Shut your mouth. All right, so let's get on to this next one. I just want to give a special shout out to that, your boy. Hey, any special compliments like that? Get a little extra time on the being brought up. So next up on the card, we got Mr. Takashi Sato versus right here don't have what's this cat's name?
Witt, yeah. There's no lines on him right now.
Jason Witt.
Yep.
There's no lines on it right now?
I don't see any right now.
That I saw earlier.
Let's check.
Guru, you know anything about Witt or no?
I watched a couple of his fights. I mean, seems like a tough dude. He trains at Factory X, so or not Factory X. He trains. What's the gym? James Krause's gym.
That's gonna
Glory MMA.
There you go.
So he trains there, and looks like a boxer wrestler, but doesn't really have the greatest chin. Has bad striking defense, and his wrestling doesn't really look that good. So I feel like Sato probably will get it done. You know, I mean, I don't really see that many paths to victory for Witt.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, you want a diet or something, bro? Are you over there drinking a White Claw?
No, that's I know Ant thinking that Prince of the City, but it's a Coors Light. It's a Coors
I
Light.
thought you found them calories, bro, or something.
Yeah, they're out of Miller Light, so I had to grab some Coors.
Hey, spoken truly like Brock Lesnar. And also, just real quick, I want to address this shirt. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, even Guru, was like, yo, Mo, you celebrating Fight Island early. Your boy likes to pregame, son. We're pregaming here.
And I want to my shirt as well. Pat Timber, thank you for sending these MMA shirts to us. He sent them over to Odds, sent to my office, sent me 4 of them. I appreciate it. Pat Timber MMA. That was mad cool of you.
Pat Timber MMA, baby. Hey, we'll bring that up on the big stream for Mr. Pat because that was kind of nice of him.
Very nice.
Anybody wants to promote their merch, send it to Nick.
Here you go. All day long.
Boom, Pat Timber, baby. Hey, and we can't give one promotion without the other. Odds.com, baby. This is powered by Odds.com. Odds HQ on YouTube for all your headquarters, for all your sports betting needs.
Yeah, 100 people watching. Every one of you, thank you guys for showing up. We got more. Let's go.
Well, hey, and if you're not subscribed, guys, make sure you're smashing that subscribe button because we're coming out with all brand new content all the time. We're up and coming. Hey, stars shining bright. So we're going to be steady making new content. Also, guys, follow us on Twitter. Your boy right here, Mo Scream Fight P1, and on Instagram, Mo Scream MMA. Trying to put out daily content specifically exclusive for Twitter and Instagram. So I know Nick and Guru are doing the same thing. Guru, you want to plug your social media?
Yeah, just at Prediction MMA on Twitter and then MMA Prediction Guru on Instagram. So, yeah, check that out.
Hey, let them know what you just put out, bro.
Yeah, so today I did a new segment where just kind of changing things up. I went to Westgate Superbook, filmed a little video, did a 8-fight parlay. And what we're doing is I want you guys to go to that video on Twitter, on Instagram. It's on my channel as well on YouTube, MMA Prediction Guru. And write down your 8-fight parlay, what you think is the 8 fighters you think are most likely to win. You could use props as well, whatever. It just has to be 8 legs. And the person that's either the closest or whoever wins next week when we do our episode is going to get a shout-out here on their social media or whatever they want a shout-out of, the YouTube channel, anything. So, on Odds HQ, you'll get a shout-out if you guys are the winner of the 8-fight parlay.
Let's get it.
Very nice. Hey, Mr. Fat Fist, why don't you tell them where they can find you, brother?
You can find me at Odds HQ or Mr. Fat Fist on Twitter, and then also Mr. Fat Fist. Actually, it's now Boston Nick MMA on Instagram.
Nice. All right, so next up, those are our little shout-outs. We like to break it up. We don't like to be monogamous. I don't know if that went in that grammar with that. It just sounded good as I said it, and a great word. Great word for an Arkansan. Next up, we got another replacement type situation. We have Mr. Sean Woodson coming in facing your boy Boser Nick's favorite fighter, Juicy J, Julian Rosa. Nick, which way you going on this, bro?
I mean, how many times this guy got to get cut before they actually give him another fight? Well, we all know they're giving him another fight simply because of what's going on right now with the UFC, and he needs to get they need to get a fight in. I don't see Rosa winning this fight. I don't know what you guys think, but Rosa has no chance against this newcomer Woodson. He fights with his hands down. He's a jobber. Let's just face it, he's a jobber.
Mr. Guru, are you thinking the same way, like a jobber that Nicholas is thinking?
I mean, I'll give Rosa maybe a little bit more credit. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's terrible. When you watch his last fight in the UFC when he fought Julio Arce, he was winning that fight. I mean, he won the first 2 rounds. He was probably going to win a decision, and then he got knocked out. But I mean, just his style isn't good for this fight. He's a pressure guy. He likes to keep his hands down, bait people in so he can pull counter, has good high kicks, and he's dangerous. I mean, it's not really like impossible that he goes out here and knocks Woodson out, but the likelihood of that is pretty low. I mean, he did have a big upset on the Contender Series where he knocked out Jamal Emmers, where Jamal Emmers is in the UFC as well. So, I mean, Rosa could surprise people sometimes, but I think he's 1-3 or 1-4 in the UFC. Woodson, really tall guy. He's a guy that a lot of people like as a future prospect in the division. Really good striking. I think he's 46-3 as an amateur boxer. So, I mean, Rosa isn't the type of guy that's going to go for takedowns. He does have some decent submissions, especially in his guard is pretty good, actually. I will give him that. But Woodson isn't going to take him down. I feel like it's going to be a striking fight, and I think Woodson will probably get it done inside the distance.
Nice. Hey, and first things first, great name. Mr. Glock Lesnar in the building comes out with a nice little comment talking about shooting it at me. Miss Frey is what I like to call her in the off time, is from Arkansas. How are you not on her? Your boy, not going to lie, doing the study, didn't look where she was from. She just didn't really look like a typical Arkansan. You know what I'm saying? But I've just Googled it. Wham, bam, she is. She is an Arkansan. I didn't know we had unicorns like that down here.
Yeah, right. Me either.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, shut your mouth. You're from Florida, bro. Hey, you're one notch above us, bro.
Well, we got beauties down here. Oh,
yeah. Y'all got some beasts too.
Some mopeds.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I want to before I forget, what's his name? Woodson used to weigh, like, I heard, over like 230 pounds at one point.
Yeah, he was a heavyweight.
Yeah, so like, it's weird. You still carry that power a little bit, and you also could take a punch at that. Even though that's why I've never. Has he been knocked out in his professional career, MMA wise?
He's undefeated, yeah. But I mean, the thing I will say, I mean, he has no power though. I mean, he's
a volume striker. Kind of, he reminds me of a little bit like how he switched stances, like O'Malley. How he can switch stance and pop a jab from either stance. He does that a lot. You know what I mean? He'll keep switching stances. He can throw him a left jab or right jab, equally well from both sides.
Talking about Arkansas though, Mo, I was saying I knew you wouldn't pick Jordan Griffin after he beat TJ Brown last time.
Yeah, nah, man, can't go that route.
He's getting whooped, bro. TJ, I mean, he was gassed. He was in basically side control. He had one leg in, one leg out.
I mean, TJ had approximately 17 takedowns that fight, right?
It was over 10.
He was killing him, but
Hey, Guru, I talk about your boy's star shining bright. Your star is shining bright over there, bro. Hey, you got
cool looking. Looks dope, actually.
Yeah,
it's looks like
aliens are to break through the windows.
No, I like it, bro. It's like your intro music or something.
Right.
But, shout out to Miss Cynthia. She says we just hit 1,706 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Give yourself a round of applause.
That's in 1 month and like 5 days. That's crazy.
Yeah. Killing the game. Hey, and there's 112 people in here right now. So shout out to each and every one of y'all. You could be anywhere on this Friday night at 9:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you're here rocking with us. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss any type of show that Odds puts on. We don't just put on this type of content. When sports come back, it's going to be covered by all. So, hey, you want to be ready. You want to be locked and loaded, making that money. Hit that bell notification so you get that little ding when we go.
Shout outs to everybody. MMA Eat, Eric Rosas, Villante Fox.
Hey, go through it, Nick. Go through it. Hey, speak faster. Hey, don't talk like you're from Florida.
Swerving. Bab29. You Bab, you're cool. Eric Roses again. We got just 2 cents. I love that. Just my 2 cents. That's a cool name. And Joey Work up in the building. Okay, what's up, Joey?
Oh, damn,
Aaron Lockowitz. What is that? Buffalo boy. I like that. Walla Walla Dose up in this motherfucker. Thank you, guys. Appreciate every single one.
Rush is in here, damn.
Yep.
Here we go, Rush.
All right, have me get a little shake on that one.
Hey,
man, Tony Kim. Hey, Tatum can step up. I can do that, man. That's like a little mixture of both. You know what I'm saying? I can still hit that on them, but then I can still be kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Ain't dancing on poles. So next up, we got as far as me, Sean Woodson all day. Dude looks like a beast. Feints a lot of uppercuts. Real long, lanky. It's going to be a decision. Boom. Next up.
Real quick, though. We thought he was going to be a minus 700. He's only a minus, low force. And
hey, we're trying to get way past this fight way too fast. Is he a parlay piece?
It might be.
He's pretty much a sure win. If there's a sure win on the card, it is Woodson, correct?
I might try to anchor him tomorrow with maybe one or two leg parlays, but I haven't made a decision yet. But, I mean, I thought it was going to be a lot higher than that.
Nice. Guru. So how'd you say you would bet this if you were going to bet it? Is he a parlay piece to you?
I mean, I don't like betting the odds that high, so I wouldn't do that personally. But I mean, I do think he's probably, a pretty sure thing. I don't know what he is by decision, but I mean, I think that maybe that if it's close to plus money by decision, that maybe is a decent play because, like I said earlier, I really don't think he has very much power. So I'm looking. Yeah,
good point. They haven't put those props out yet. I'm waiting for that to drop. If it's doable, I'll do it. Yeah,
they have it here. They have.
What's the odds? What do you got?
Woodson plus 240. I'm gonna bet on that. So
by decision?
To win for Woodson to win by decision is plus 240.
Woo. Wow.
So I'm gonna play that. I mean, they have inside the distance minus 140, but me personally, I think that should be flipped. I mean, looking at the track record of Sean Woodson, I mean, I just don't think he has that much power unless he lands a big knee or something. Then maybe he could land a knockout, but I don't think he has that much pop in his hand.
4 rows of gases, and then he just puts it on him, and then he steps in. I gotta think about that one, but I like the value on that big time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna hit it hard, but maybe like $50 half unit on that because I do think that I think that that's way too steep of a line right there for him to win by decision. So
yeah, I hear you on that one.
Nice, fellas. Let's see. Next up,
Boser. That's a good fight. Right?
Yes, we got Felipe Lins coming in facing Mr. Tanner Boser. What you think about it, Nick?
Oof. After the weigh-ins, I like Tanner a little bit more. I just think those. I think we talked about it, Mo. Those leg kicks are just going to pay dividends here. I don't like the smaller cage when it comes to leg kicks, but listen, he took everything Gain had. He took every punch, every knee, everything he had. And if you think Felipe Lins and Gain are on the same playing field, they're not. And we just saw friggin' what's his name lose to Lins lose to Andre Arlovski. Questionable, could have won either way, but I guess he did edge it out, Arlovski. But you put Arlovski and Tanner Boser in there, I do think Tanner Boser beats him. So I like here Tanner Boser. You can get him at minus 115, as low as almost even.
Nice. Guru, what's your thoughts on it, bro? You betting this one?
Damn, first off, Nick, I hope they set up the Boser versus. I'll bet you on that one. I think Arlovski would get.
We got a little action, boys.
If he wins this next fight, he wins this next fight, he probably gets that fight, right?
Yeah, if he beats Felipe Lins, maybe he'll do it. But I think he would beat Boser pretty easy. But
all right.
I don't know how someone could have huge confidence in either guy here. I mean, Boser, he's 1-1 in the UFC. He beat Daniel Spitz, who, I mean, he might have 1 win in the UFC or he has 0 wins, but he's not really a very high-level guy. I definitely think Felipe Lins would beat Daniel Spitz. But, I mean, I think that Boser has more cardio. He's more durable and throws more volume. And Felipe Lins just doesn't hit that hard. We saw in his last fight, he really didn't throw that much. So, I mean, I would say favor Boser by decision. But to me, I mean, I could see Lins winning the fight. I could see Boser winning the fight. I mean,
By decision?
I don't know. No confidence in this fight, really.
I mean, you can get them both by decision right now. Let's see here. You're going to get plus 230 on Lynn's by decision. Boser by decision plus 150. So you're getting plus odds on both.
Yeah, I mean, I think it probably Lynn's, a lot of his wins are finishes, but he fought like low level heavyweights and a lot of light heavyweights. So, I mean, when he was hitting Arlovsky with some flush shots, and Arlovsky was walking right through him. So
yeah, he is the PFL $1 million winner, but that's PFL. It ain't the UFC, right?
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at, like I was saying, in the PFL, he fought Rosa, who was fought in the UFC at 205. He fought Alex Nicholson, who was 205, and then Copeland, who fought in the UFC, but he was a real heavyweight, but he's not high level though.
Yeah, Josh ain't high level. Yeah, you're right. No, I get it. It's if you're gonna bet somebody, in my opinion, you don't got to, but it's Tanner by decision at plus 150 or Tanner straight up because you're getting decent odds on him either way. But it's not one of my top plays or show plays because we're doing show plays tomorrow night. So that's not gonna be one of my show plays.
All right, okay. So a little knowledge time of the show. Drop a little knowledge here for you. It's not me dropping knowledge, just a little intro for people new to the show that might not know our boy Guru down there. Our boy is a purple belt at Syndicate MMA, so he's going to be the residential jiu-jitsu expert. If I got a jiu-jitsu question, boom, I'm going to Guru. So Guru, I heard an interview that somebody was saying that Lenz is a black belt in jiu-jitsu and he plans on coming out, using the cage, taking Boser down, and getting a sub. Do you think that's possible?
I mean, looking at his last few fights, I really haven't seen him use any takedowns or groundwork. So it's not like – I mean, I would have to go back and look at his fights where he's on the ground. But I will say I think he was like 15 pounds heavier than Tanner Boser, which if they grapple and he actually is a good grappler, 15 pounds is a lot of weight. I mean, that would be – if he can get on top of Tanner Boser – then and he actually is like a legit black belt, he probably will be able to control him pretty easily. But
and your boy
100 right there.
That's what I was gonna say. When I was doing a little deep diving earlier, thinking about what can I put a little sprinkle on that might hit. I saw that. Remember the interview. If he comes through with the game plan that he has, we have seen that the cage does benefit the actual grappler when they do come out grapple. If he doesn't come out, throw those little short baby bolo hooks that he throws, and he actually changes levels, wrestles, gets them down, he can catch that sub. And if you got a little something on, you got a little 10 spot, a little 20 spot, it might be nice little payday.
Guru, I can't remember. Did Gain try to take down Tanner Boser in his last fight? I'm trying to remember because he's got a great ground game. Salau Gain. That's probably his forte, right?
I don't think so. I think he was just kickboxing the whole time.
Okay,
but I mean, I will say Boser, he fought a lot of fights in Russia, like in ACB, things like that. And his takedown defense is pretty good. So he actually does have pretty good takedown defense.
Okay, that's my question.
Yeah, now I was just thinking for them people that like to get crazy. But my personal pick is Boser. What we've seen, and you're going to see your boy preach it time and time again enough to where you're going to be like, bro, shut your mouth. But it's the truth. We see it time and time again, leg kicks. These leg kicks these days, boys, change fights. Change it, put it on a different level. Boser throws big, huge leg kicks. That's how I end up seeing him winning. I see him taking a decision here.
Right.
You boys seeing the same?
I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't see either one of these guys putting each other's lights out. I mean, Lenz hasn't been knocked out in how long? I mean, he took the PFL belt, so it's been a while.
All right, we'll move on to that next one. This one right here, some people are taking the dog. Me, thought about it at first. Just the more I think about it, and to what my boy Glock Lesnar said, I knew going into this one, Pena is from Arkansas, and I think my boy's grappling is going to change the fight. We got Luis Pena, Violent Bob Ross coming in, facing Kama Worthy, coming as the dog. What you think about this, Nick?
Yeah, I'm on Pena here. I literally tried to find every reason to take Kama Worthy, and I just couldn't do it. I mean, yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's just one of those trap bets that like, you want to take the dog. It's plus 190, plus 200-ish, right around there, but I just can't do it. I just think Violent Bob Ross gets it done. one way or the other. I think Worthy's got 1 round in him, and then after that, it's just take over for Pena.
Nice. Guru, you betting this one?
Nah, probably not. I mean, I think it's just hard to trust a guy like Worthy, right? He has a lot of knockout losses. His durability is in question, but he is undefeated at 155. I mean, he's never lost at lightweight before. He was saying that the weight cut was a big issue for him, and he is a big guy. I mean, he's pretty similar sized to Pena. He can kind of match the size a little bit, and on the feet, I do think it's competitive. I mean, I think Worthy definitely has a lot of power, more power than Pena, and he's explosive. He's kind of like a fast twitch athlete. So he definitely has the ability to knock Pena out. But I went back, watched quite a few fights on him, and his grappling just isn't very good. I mean, his takedown defense.
Talk to me about that, Guru. Tell me about it.
Very good. He definitely gets his back to stand up, and you could see when he's in the clinch, he likes to go to overhooks instead of the underhooks and try to kind of, power his way out of the position where I think Pena is going to be able to kind of, either shock or circle to the back, use the tight waist, and probably take his back standing or, just control on the mat. I think that he's a lot better on the ground. I mean, Pena, I will say, has pretty good grappling, even off his back on top. He's uses length well. He's good in the scrambles, and you could tell that he, he's learned a lot of riding ability from Khabib when he was at AKA because he, grapevines the legs. He does a lot of good things. He has a very good control on top and really good rider. So, I mean, Pena, I think he's probably going to be able to ride this out for a decision here.
Yeah. He's also got a great. Once he gets that back, he slaps that triangle on real quick.
Yeah, he has slick sub.
The body triangle, and that's it. You can't get away from him.
He has a slick sub game too. Yeah, I mean, Worthy's one shot is he likes to stand out. He throws really good inside leg kicks, outside leg kicks, really hard, and he tries to catch people coming in. He has fast hands, real strong, nice left hook. Isn't that what he closed the show with Devontae Smith with that left hook uppercut? But he didn't hit the uppercut. So you got to watch out. Really, I wouldn't even say slick striker. I would say really good, fast twitch. Pop, pop, pop. So as long as Pena doesn't put his head in the wrong spot, he's real long, lanky, stays behind his jab, uses teeps, changes levels when he needs to, presses him against the cage. I see Violent Bob Ross winning, but I can't decide if I'm going to get specific, like if I'm getting crazy live betting. And I want to, I'm feeling crazy and I want to win a little bit. I want to put a little bit more juice on it. I don't know if I would go sub because he has slick subs, you know what I'm saying? And Mr. Kama's not the best grappler or decision. So what are those odds looking on those boys?
By decision?
Yeah.
Inside the distance is plus 375. By decision is 560. If I was to bet him, I'd be betting him inside the distance. I don't think he.
What about by sub? Give me a sub.
Worthy by sub or
no.
Pena by sub 220?
Okay, 220. Nice. You boys betting this at all, or is it a pass? You might take a little juice on the dog, or throw Pena in a parlay.
Personal bet, I might put a little sprinkle on that plus 220 by sub. We'll see. Yeah,
I think throwing Pena in a parlay, that's one of the most risky parlay guys of the favorites, because Worthy, you do have to give him that respect of having the one-shot knockout power.
Exactly.
That he does. I like that. I wasn't even thinking about that, boys. First off, Curry, it's Poirier. Mr. Curry is currently in Japan. He forgot the English language. But, yeah, no, Poirier does rock these kind of shirts, don't he? I didn't even mean to do that. I'm showing a little bit too much man meat. We got 136 people in there. I got to button that up.
I told him to cut the sleeves off, but he won't do it.
Hey, man, this is made of baby seal, bro. I ain't cutting sleeves off baby seal, bro. You had your mind.
1,000 thread count. There we go.
Hey, is how we roll, son. Next up, we got, this one right here. Hey, I know that Guru has a juicy path on this one. We got Maurice the Crochet
versus Santa Claus
Greene versus Gian Villante. Guru, how about you start us off on this one, bro? Because I know you're gonna bring the heat. You got a path that Villante is gonna win. Hey, drop us some knowledge, bro.
Fuck, man. I mean, watching this fight, this is one of the worst fights of the year, I think. I mean, Mo Greene. I mean, when I watched this fight with Sergey Pavlovich, I mean, that was pathetic, man. I mean, when you look at that fight, I mean, he threw the same combination, I think 4 times where he was getting countered with the overhand every time, where he was throwing a jab to a leg kick. And it was so obvious that he was going to throw the kick. And I mean, he couldn't adjust. He got knocked out. You could just tell Mo Greene has low fight IQ. Another thing about this fight, I mean, he was saying that he's went to Jackson Wink to train with Juan Adams, which to me, I mean, that's a big negative. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Juan Adams. But man, I mean, Villante, you saw him at the weigh-in, and he looked like fucking like Jackson, like I said in my other video. I mean, he looked like the abominable snowman. I mean, he looked like he didn't even train at all. I mean, I think Villante is more technical. I think he's probably the better striker, but man, I feel like he's going to get touched to the body like he did in his last fight and probably go down. Mo Greene, I mean, it's hard to bet on Mo Greene, man. I mean,
listen though, when he gets touched to the body once, that baby he has inside of him is going to pop out. It's crazy. I have never seen that guy in that kind of shape, even like before camp.
You know let himself go.
Let him go. Dad bod, that's an understatement. That's like letting yourself go. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think Mo Greene inside the distance is going to be one of my best bets. You get that even odds.
Nice. Yeah, Mr. Maurice Greene, one of his weapons in his repertoire is a nice teep up the middle. And what you see on the tail of the tape, a lot, you see the reach, but what they don't show you is the leg reach. My man is 6'7". He's going to be able to touch Villante with the teep up the middle without Villante. And Villante doesn't have a lot of volume. If Villante had a lot of volume that he could blast like 4 to get inside the range and then work, because he used to be a decent wrestler. He just totally went away from it. But, yeah, no, I mean, Villante looked like he was pregnant with twins about to pop. So he done ate all the pizza.
9 months pregnant, not like 2 months pregnant.
Yeah, hey, my man's about to pop. So I wasn't on Villante anyway, then after seeing the weigh-ins. But it is hard to go in, like Guru said, all in on the crochet king over there, like the crochet boss, because he will in your apple pie real quick. But I think the pick here is Mo Greene probably. I mean, Villante's tough, man. But I don't know.
Crockett boss.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to win, but the pick here is the Crockett boss.
Yep. That's his new name, the Crockett boss. Oh, I love it. Who's up next? This is a good one right here. This is a good one.
All right, next up, we got, Mr. Brendan Allen coming in facing Kyle Daukaus. Mr. Boston Nick, what you think about it?
I just think Brendan Allen's the better wrestler here. I know that Guru's probably going to disagree. Good or decent top control, not good. I know he gets swept sometimes or whatnot. I know Holland swept him, right, pretty easily. I just don't think on short notice Kyle's going to have that much for him. But the odds are crazy. Minus 310 to minus 300-ish, right around there.
The line is off for sure.
Way off. So I can't tell anybody to parlay Brendan Allen. I don't even know what to do with this fight from a betting standpoint. But I do think Brendan Allen gets it done. But, I mean, for people that are taking Kyle at plus 255 or whatever it's at right now, I do not blame you one bit. I mean, that might be the only look on it if you want to know the truth.
Guru, before we get to you, I just want to give a special Odds Squad brother shout out. And I want to ask Nick real quick. So, Nick, is this what our boy Clint would call a popcorn and fireball match? Or is that?
Yeah, just get your fireball, grab a bowl.
Sit back, chill. You know what I'm saying? Hey, enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clint. Yay. Y'all go watch all his content, Odds HQ. He's the weak man. Him and Jimmy the Bag. We can't forget Jimmy the Bag. Jimmy the Bag comes through with all them needs. So y'all make sure that you want to bet on them ponies. Jimmy the Bag's the man. When other sports come back, Jimmy the Bag is your man. Also, Clint is your man during the week here covering MMA on Odds. So y'all go like all his videos. Speaking of liking videos, we got 149 people in here. Super shout out to each and every one of y'all. It's Friday night, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You could be anywhere, but you're here rocking with us. So Hey, let's smash that thumbs up button. That's how YouTube knows that you enjoy what we do here. Gets us in algorithms, gets us in front of cameras. Your boy likes to be in front of cameras. So let's smash that thumbs up button and let YouTube know that you enjoy this type of content. Yep. So, Guru, what you think about this fight, my man?
Yeah, I love this fight. I mean, I think I was one of the first people that, came out, put my neck out there and said I was going to go with Kyle Daukaus. And, just looking at the fight, I mean, I've already known about Kyle Daukaus for a while. He fought on the Contender Series a couple years ago. He's fought some UFC level guys, some guys that already fought in the UFC. And, just looking at Brendan Allen, I mean, I just don't think the guy is very skilled. I mean, I feel like he definitely has a good mindset. He's a young guy. He's rugged. He's durable. He definitely has power. I mean, he has good intangibles. But his striking, I mean, I feel like the way he closes distance is very sloppy, very square with his striking as well, and just kind of loads up, throws bombs. Has good clinch striking, good knees, good elbows in the clinch. But, I feel like in terms of the boxing and the range striking, I think Kyle is way better, a lot better footwork. I think he has better kicks, better boxing, better combinations. I think even in the clinch, he actually has better clinch striking as well, but Brendan has the power. So I have seen Kyle hurt a couple of times on the feet, and Brendan, does have power to hurt him and potentially finish him on the ground. But I think on the ground, Brendan Allen is a mauler. He uses his size a lot, likes to get, into a dominant position, kind of overwhelm guys with ground and pound and then hit a submission. And he's been able to do that against a lot of low-level guys. But when you see him fighting guys that actually know how to grapple, he gets swept a lot, man. I mean, if you watch his fight with Anthony Hernandez, who's in the UFC, I mean, he probably got swept out of mount like 5-6 times in one fight. And then you saw Kevin Holland almost choked him out. He swept him a couple times. And when you look at Kyle Daukaus, I mean, on top, I feel like he's a lot better. He has a lot better control. He passes guard a lot more efficiently in terms of they both are good guard passers, but I think Kyle does it with a lot more finesse where he's not going to get swept, things like that. And Daukaus, he likes to get to side control where he has kind of crucifix or for reverse triangles. You'll attack the arms and really likes to take the back where he's really strong on the back. And he's a really big guy, so he can match the size of Brendan as well. And another thing about Kyle that is really good about him is he has a really good front headlock, which that's a huge thing in grappling because if you can, snap guys down with the front headlock, then that means you could mat return them very easily for one, catch a lot of submissions out of that front headlock position. It's very draining, and you can catch positions in scrambles, which Kyle Daukaus has a really nasty darce, which he's going to be able to catch in scrambles in this fight, and that's going to be what I'm banking on. I think Kyle's going to be a better grappler in the grappling heavy fight, and I'm going to take Kyle Daukaus to get the win here.
Very nice. Yeah, shout out to Guru. He was the first one I saw take Daukaus. I went and did some tape study, tried not to let it sway me, but everything he just said. Hey, guys, and that was that exclusive Guru breakdown right there, fella. Hey, every Friday, make sure you're here. Also, my man, hey, he has a YouTube channel too, MMA Prediction Guru. Check that out. He puts out all his picks. Great content. Nick, hey, what's your actual YouTube called?
Boston Nick MMA, but
you got about
Odds HQ.
Yeah, he has 22 different names he goes by in the street, so I don't know which one his YouTube.
Fist, Nicky 6 Ounce, Nicky Elbows, Boston Nick, you name it.
Boom, boom, boom. And your boy, you can find your boy at Mo Scream TV on YouTube. We're about to start doing a little revamp, putting out some more content. Been doing all my content here, all my breakdowns, so any type of in-depth, detailed breakdown, we're doing it here normally on Tuesdays with Jimmy the Bag. So, guys, we got 154 people in here. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you're liked, shared, and subscribed. As far as me as Daukaus, what I saw was the same thing. Brendan Allen, pressure. He walks forward, nice power hooks, brings it, right? He gets the takedown, secures the takedown. Daukaus does seem to get taken down, but that's kind of where he, hey, that's his world. So he has them long, lanky legs. Brendan Allen, he doesn't have good top control. I know UFC Bro Picks, tried to argue with me about it, but my man doesn't. He gets swept, especially somebody like Holland. Holland's long and lanky. Daukaus is long and lanky. He's going to use his legs, sweep him. I see some type of scramble happening. And in a scramble, just like Royval, what I said was with Tim Elliott, yes, Tim Elliott is the better wrestler. He's going to get him down. But once he's down, that's where Royval wanted it to be. And that's kind of how I see the same thing. They're going to get in a scramble, hot, sweaty. Something's going to slip in. Daukaus is going to be able to secure that submission. I am less confident about it throughout the week just because, hey, your boy be getting the BGs thinking about it because this is a close one. But with the lack of dogs on this card that I think are going to win, I'm willing to take the shot on Daukaus just because I can see the path in my head. I can see it. Now, Allen might come out, use his top pressure, ground and pound him in the first. You know what I'm saying? It might happen. But I just see the path that Daukaus can get this by submission. Hey, Nick, how these odds looking? How are you betting this? If you were to bet it, are you
this
betting
one honestly might be a fireball and popcorn, but prop bet wise, the over 1.5 is at -135. And I think that's great value. What do you think value, Guru? I mean, over 1.5 -135. Did you think they would put that line up there?
I think Guru dropped a bet on this, didn't you?
Yep, I put a bet on Kyle Daukaus already, plus 250. And I mean, man, I like looking at this fight and how I do a lot of my bets is I'll make a personal line where I'll say, kind of where I think the fight should be.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you kind of get the perceived value off the book, because if I say I think Kyle Daukaus should be like plus 165 or something like that, where I think I said I thought he should have been plus 155, you're almost getting 100 points on the book. So if you see a number like that and you really believe that, like I think Daukaus should be 100 points lower, I feel like you have to bet it. It's almost like a must bet, whether
it's a value bet. 100%.
Yeah, whether you want to bet heavy on it or you want to, only do one unit, whatever. But I think that's a situation where you have to bet it. So I went ahead and put the bet on Kyle Daukaus, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it comes through.
Guru, do you like the over 1.5 at -135?
I think it'll go over 1.5. I do. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was out there until you just said bring up those prop bets, Nikki. That's actually a play of mine, over 1.5 -135.
Very nice. Very nice action. Hey, we'll take this little pause in the calls. Hey, Nikki, why don't you give some shout outs, bro? Why don't you roll through the chat real quick?
We got Sneaky Ninja, Jack Attack, of course. We also got Swerve and Stella Pinner, Slim Edward, Curry Ninja, Just Bleed up in this mofo.
Just Bleed.
What else we got up in here, right? Matt Kitchkoff's down here. We also got here Babs promoting the channel. Love you, brother. Thank you. And then, of course, we got that GQ.
Did you say Babs?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Little bit of a dab for you.
No, he said Babs.
Yes, Babs, yep. And then we got Skylar Bernard, Dante, everybody. Thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate y'all. 155 strong. Appreciate that, fellas. And if there's a couple ladies sprinkled in there, we appreciate y'all too.
Yep.
So let's see. Next up, we got the co-main event of the evening on Mike Perry versus Mr. Mickey Gall. Man, Nick, what you think about this?
I'm going last on this one.
You want to go last on this one? Guru, what you think about it?
Man, I don't know. I'm not going to let this whole outside distraction thing sway my pick. I can't let it play that big of a factor. I do think that Perry is acting a little crazy, everything like that, but I don't know. I feel like he kind of thrives in that kind of thing. He always has his girlfriend in the corner, so it's not like it's extremely new.
It's a new girlfriend. That's it, right?
What's up?
It's just a new girlfriend. That's all.
Yeah, I guess the only difference is it's only going to be her. There's not going to be two other people. But either way, I don't know. When you look at Mickey Gall, his striking isn't on the level of Mike Perry, right? I think we could all agree with that. His hands aren't there. His boxing isn't there. And, in terms of his wrestling, I think his wrestling is terrible, man. I mean, I'm not on the guy too bad, but it's like his double leg entries are so obvious. I mean, it's like you could see him from a mile.
He's so upright too when he does it. You know, like I was watching the Tuhari fight right before we went live, thinking that maybe I was going to see something, and just his level entries, like you just see it coming a mile away.
And then in the clinch, I mean, if you watch the fight when he fought Diego Sanchez, when he's in that body lock clinch, I mean, Diego is ragdolling him in the clinch. I mean, literally like dominating him. And Perry, I think he's stronger in the clinch than Diego is. I mean, I honestly think Perry could take down Mickey Gall if he wanted to and control him on top. But I mean, I think obviously the smartest game plan for Perry is just to strike and knock him out. And I mean, I'm going to go with Mike Perry. I know some people are going with Mickey, but yeah, I'm going to go with Mike Perry.
Listen, I couldn't agree enough. His hips, he's got great hips, bro. It's hard to take Mike Perry down. You know what I mean? It really is. And he's not going to lose that knowledge during the COVID just because he's training with this chick. The only thing that could go a little bit sour is maybe his striking, but again, his striking is his best attribute, and he embraces the war. Mickey Gall gets hit with a 1-2 from Mike Perry. You might see him just looking up at the rafters. So, I mean, I don't see anywhere except for maybe Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the right spot is where Gall gets this done, but you can't bet on that in this fight. It's Perry or pass, and I wouldn't never say that with a -300, but it's Perry or pass for me.
Yeah, no, I said this earlier in the week that I think that even a self-trained Perry can beat Mickey Gall. And that was before watching tons. I didn't watch tons of tape on Mickey Gall anyway, only a couple fights. Then I watched the Tuhari fight again just to confirm what I knew that I saw. Was because that's what we're looking at is Mickey. We're not looking can Mickey strike with Perry. What we're looking at is how is his wrestling look? How's his cardio looking? Is he going to be able to drag Perry? Because this is what I was saying. I don't remember if it was to Nick or Guru or whoever, but if he doesn't have a head coach, how good is his cardio going to be? You know, he's rolling with white belts and blue belts. He's the best person that he's training with. So that's a lot of stuff that we don't know, but I still think that Perry will be able to stop the level changes that Gall is going to, his little hunchback level changes he does. He's going to, I saw an interview with Perry. I did tell Nick this. Somebody was like, hey, so Boser, he goes, look, hey, I'm going to punch Mickey in the fucking face. And when he grabs me, I'm going to punch him in the face. When he falls on the ground, I'm going to jump on him, and I'm going to punch him in the fucking face. So that's Mike Perry. You know what I'm saying?
He loves it.
And then something that just secured it for me, right? Something that secured it for me. So probably the hardest times that I've fought in my life was over a female. I think probably everybody on the panel can say that. Guru, I think he just turned 18, I think. So I don't know. But no, I'm playing. He's 22, 23, going strong. But
I wish I was.
Yeah, no, hey, you ride or die. And his chick's going to be there. Go, Mike, get him, babe. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. He also said that he goes, man, why do I need a corner? I'm going to have like DC or Biz Bing out there. He's going to be talking. I'm going to be talking to them. Hey, I'm going to hear his corner. I'm going to be talking to them. So it's going to be a crazy watch. Hey, I'm going Perry inside the distance.
You think Latori, you think she'll become the coach of the year this year?
Hey, if he wins this fight.
Dude, what if this happens? You know what I'm saying? He comes out Perry doesn't finish him in the first, comes back tired, and then she's sitting there and she like gives him drops him some knowledge.
Like you ain't getting on tonight. Yeah, that's the knowledge.
No, like, look, babe, I need you to go in, I need you to change levels, and you see his single leg, his left leg is right there. I need you to snatch that, put it between your legs and run the pipe. I will be like, this girl right here is legit though.
You said she was a wrestler.
Yeah, hey, if she comes out and she's like, look, why did you not chain grapple off that single to a double? We worked on this last week.
Imagine
I'm gonna be like, we're going to be singing a whole new tune, fellas.
Yeah.
You can't put out Mickey after he beat your favorite fighter, CM Punk.
Oh, my God. Oh,
you talking to Nick?
Claim to fame is Sage Northcutt. That's it. Sage Northcutt. So
I'll hit you with this finishing move. It's called the GTS. go to sleep. WWE reference. What you know about that, son? Hey,
listen.
enough. Hey, let's talk about some odds on this fight. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Guru. What's some odds on this?
For
How are
Perry
you?
inside?
Yeah, Perry inside.
You're looking at right now. Perry by submission is 2,500, but that's not happening. We all know that. Inside is, oh my God, it's minus 215. Jesus Lord.
Oh yeah, everybody's thinking that.
Yeah.
See on my book, it's only minus 150.
Really? By KO is minus 170, so that's how you take them anyway. So by KO, so
like you were saying, Mo, I guess like let's say like if Mike didn't train, I mean Mickey Gall to win in round 3 is plus 1,800.
I heard he had a lot of road work and like most of his camp was like road work, running. So if anything, his cardio should be there.
Well, I know he was in Texas. He said, I mean, everything is open over there. I don't know what gym he was at, but
yeah, he said he had a few training partners. Not sure, he didn't name them, but
hey man, if somehow Mickey Gall can wear him down, squeak two rounds out of 3, you can get him at plus 800.
Listen, I mean, Mickey Gall wins this fight, he should retire right then and there and said, I beat Mike Perry, and that's it.
Or you got Mickey Gall out for submission at plus 500-ish. So I mean, if there's people out there like Jack Tech thinks that he's going to win.
So then you bet him by submission. He's not going to win by decision. Then Jackie, I mean, wow, they have him at plus 500 for submission, and that's his only path to victory. That means the bookies don't count him winning whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, I will give Gall credit, though. I mean, you have to give him some credit. He went from fighting, like, Mike Jackson to fighting, like, at least UFC level guys. I mean, that's a huge step up. And he was able to kind of –
Jackson, CM Punk, right?
George Sullivan, the Salim guy. But
don't you talk about George Sullivan. Oh, geez.
But I'm saying, like, he went from – like, he was literally, like, 3-0 fighting 2 guys that, like, weren't even fighters. And then he was fighting legit, like, UFC level guys.
Then he looked like all right, Mike Perry against Salim, right? What would happen there?
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm just saying.
No, I feel you.
Kind of like – it's still impressive that he's still –
The only intangibles here that could happen is literally Mike Perry, biggest mistake of his life, not having coaches for this fight. That's the only way he loses this fight. And look what happened. He has no coaches. So it's still Mike Perry, though. You're not going to catch me betting Gall. I don't care what he's at. Well,
big coach. Okay, because let's think about it. Gall's level changes suck. So he's going to naturally try to grapple. This is how I just went through, which I'm sure everybody thought about this, but it just popped in my head. Gall's going to try to level change. He's not going to get it. He's going to get the underhook. Perry is. He's going to get him up. They're going to be clinched. Gall's going to be like, oh, I got this, son. And then where is Perry? About the most powerful in the clinch with that elbow. Yeah. That elbow is serious.
Yeah, and you're watching the Salim fight. You saw when Mickey and Salim were trading those super sloppy elbows at the clinch.
Yeah. Good luck with that, bro.
I don't know what that was.
He threw that Ellenberger elbow. You're going to sleep.
Yeah. So. Yeah, because Mickey's going to want to grapple. He's not going to want to play the jab cross with Perry. Yeah, he's going to want to grapple. So I could see maybe that highlight elbow. But
I think Perry's shucking him off. He's going to go for that because he's the taller guy, Gall. You know what I mean? So he's going to have to get lower. You know what I mean? Which means that leaves him open for an upper. You know that uppercut that Perry likes to throw. That you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I'm seeing Perry making Gall looking up at the rafters like, what the hell just happened? So,
which way did it go?
Did I win?
Tweety birds. But we go on to the main event of the evening. Why everybody came? This is gonna be a banger, boys. We got Mr. Dan Hooker coming in facing Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Nikki, what you think about it, bro?
I hate the line tremendously. The line is ridiculous. It should be, I think, Hooker plus 160-ish, right around there. And then Poirier, whatever we'll come back at. But instead of that, we got minus 230 to minus 213, best case scenario. I hate it, but I still think Dustin wins this. And I think he wins it inside the distance. You know what I mean? I do think he catches him inside the distance. And inside the distance, you can get Dustin at, let's see here, minus 115, basically even odds. Okay. But Hooker's a live dog. I think he's the second livest dog on this card.
Yeah, no, I agree. What you think about it, Guru?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go the other way, man. I'm gonna go with Dan Hooker. I think that I really like Dustin, man. I actually been pretty good picking Dustin fights. Like I picked him against Max Holloway, and he does good versus that style. Where Justin Gaethje, that kind of style where it's boxing oriented, where they trade hands, they can stand in the pocket. He does really good. He can pick his combinations well. He throws some of the best combinations for an MMA fighter. But when you watch him fight guys that move, like Anthony Pettis, even like way back in the day, like Cub Swanson, Connor, all these guys that have good distance control that can move. Dustin, his footwork isn't that good. The way he closes the distance is really choppy. And he struggles with those kind of strikers. And he struggles with southpaws as well, which Dan Hooker switches stances. I kind of expect him to stay in southpaw probably this whole fight. And Hooker has really nice low calf kicks, which I think are going to be a big factor in the fight. And another thing, man, is Hooker, he's just super accurate. They're super straight punches. And Dustin Poirier, he likes to throw that lead uppercut a lot, the lead uppercut. And Dan Hooker throws those left-hand lasers.
That's a bad punch to throw is a lead uppercut.
Yeah,
to start a combo off, it's pretty easy.
Uppercut a lot. He starts a lot of combinations with that. And you see, that straight left hand down the middle, the front knees up the middle are going to be, they're going to be big, man. He's going to be able to, I think he's going to be able to hurt Dustin and take him out. I like Dustin. I really hope Dustin wins, to be honest with you, but I think Hooker's going to take him out. I think he's going to knock him out. Looking at the trajectory too, a lot of guys struggle after they lose the title fight. And Dustin broke in that fight. It's not like it was a fight where he was super competitive. He broke in that fight after the second round. When that type of loss, it's hard to come back from. I think Hooker's grappling is underrated too. I think Dustin is going to try to grapple with him, hold him against the cage, things like that. But I think Hooker is good enough to kind of make it a striking fight and win. So I think Dan Hooker is going to knock him out.
The value is all there. That's what's the messed up. If it was a pick'em fight, who would you bet?
I still think Hooker would win. I don't know if I would bet it at if it was minus 110, but I think Hooker's going to win. I think Hooker should be plus 130.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think Hooker's probably the best value that you could pick up as a dog. He has a path to victory. He's a sniper. He stays at range. He's not that power puncher. He's accurate. You know what I'm saying? Hands by his side, straight down the middle, followed by a knee straight up the middle. Dude, super, super accurate. Really nice calf kicks. Hey, Guru didn't say leg kicks, so we're talking calf kicks, boys. We're evolving. They're kicking exactly where nerves are, knocking nerves down. So my original first thought was Hooker, right? I'm going to go Hooker. Even if I bet this, I would probably still bet Hooker. But the more tape I watch, the more I think about it, the interviews I hear with Dustin, that he's going to grapple. He's going to try to grapple. And then you think Hooker's leg kicks. Okay, Hooker's leg kicks are going to be a problem. He doesn't check leg kicks. Hooker can switch stances at some point. There's going to be open stances. That's really bad for that inside leg kick for DP Dustin. But if he can get through Gaethje's leg kicks, and look at the stat count, 100 of them. Hooker threw, which it looked like a lot. I don't remember in one of his fights. I was, dang, dude's throwing a lot of leg kicks, right? But then you go back, look at the stats, and it was 25, which is a lot. Gaethje hit Poirier with 100 leg kicks. Significant leg kicks. Boom, boom, boom. Lit him up, and then Dustin finished him in the fourth. So I just think that with the small cage, Dustin's going to be able to crowd those leg kicks, take some of the pop out of those leg kicks. I don't like that Dustin doesn't check leg kicks, but how he stops leg kicks, his defense is straight down the middle, hooks. He tries to catch you with that counter. I see him pressing, cutting off the cage, smothering those leg kicks, level changing, winning some rounds by his wrestling. I don't, maybe fourth round finish, fifth round finish, DP. Either way, I see it being a war. My pick is Mr. Poirier.
Do you think the small cage is going to pay? Yeah, exactly. I mean,
It'll be good.
less range.
It favors both guys really because Dan Hooker likes to set up those traps with their striking. Man, I mean,
Yeah, he's good at cutting angles and
But he's
setting.
gonna have less range to cut angles, less range to set those traps up.
But I mean, the thing I will ask you, Mo. I mean, I know you're talking about Justin Gaethje. He landed all those leg kicks, which is true. If you're talking about just the leg kicks, but range strikers, I mean, who's the best range strike? Like, because Justin Gaethje, he likes to strike on the inside, right? Like,
Yeah.
Alvarez, another guy that he beat, he likes to be on the inside. Max Holloway, he's a boxer.
Conor McGregor.
Inside. Conor, I mean, well, Conor knocked him out, but Conor's a guy that likes to be on the outside, you know. And
yeah, no range.
I would say the best guy that he beat that strikes on the outside is Anthony Pettis. The way he beat him was by taking him down. So I think Hooker is definitely going to be better on the feet. I mean, I don't think Dustin is going to be able to. I mean, I think he'll land some shots and things like that, but I think Hooker has the durability advantage. I mean, Dustin, we've seen him knocked out like 4 or 5 times now. Hooker has a pretty good chin. I don't think he's ever been finished by strikes. So, I mean, I don't know. I just think Hooker on the feet is better.
He got finished by Barboza by strikes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or yeah. But I mean, he didn't get. I guess that was a body.
Yeah, I mean, it's a totally different fighting style, but yeah. No, it was more of a kick heavy game. But yeah, no, man, I see what you're saying. This is a banging fight. I like both guys. I'm like you. I normally rock Dustin Poirier unless he's fighting Khabib. I just think he's fought way better competition. He's going to have the game plan. He's going to come in. He's going to try to work that grappling. And Hooker, he might catch him. He has good guillotines. I don't know, man. I just know it's going to be a banger.
Yeah.
Hey, so how you thinking about betting this, Nick?
If I was to bet it, I don't know. Oh, Lord. Inside the distance for Dustin Poirier. I think the small cage. If it was a bigger cage, I'd be more worried about it. I think it's Dustin Poirier inside the distance. I would even put a unit on that and a half a unit on Dustin Poirier to maybe on Hooker to maybe guarantee myself a win because I do not think Hooker goes 5 rounds with Dustin Poirier. I just don't think it.
I don't know. I think if it's 4th, 5th round, I think Hooker's going to be hurt. He's going to be bleeding. His mouth's going to be open. Poirier's going to be hurt too. But Poirier, we've seen Poirier get that butt whooped, and then all of a sudden he's coming back. He's always still going to be there. So we got some people in the chat. Poirier only been KO'd twice in his career. True that. Hey, I saw this. We got Just Bleed MMA. Take Fat Villante round 1 plus 1,600.
Jesus, Lord.
Jesus, Just Bleed. What are you doing, bro? We got a couple people. We got Poirier by submission.
Mills likes Poirier 3 rounds.
When Dan fought Alaquina, his grappling looked pretty good in that fight.
Yeah. No, man. So, hey, that's the card. Hey, any parlays, any bets, anything we want to seal this baby up with, Nicholas?
Yeah, I will be doing that tomorrow myself during the live show. We're going to have Jared Gordon on and breaking down the Fight Island fight with him and Chris Fishgold. And then after that, I'll have some pre-bets for the show.
Very nice. Yeah, hey, we're going to be live 30 minutes before they kick off. Kind of do the same thing we're going right now. You never know what's going to happen overnight. Just like last night, 1 a.m. your boys' time. Hey, the guy down there south of me right now dropped me a tweet. Saw that Brahima was out. Your boy jumped up immediately, made a video, sent it out on Twitter, IG. So y'all make sure you're following all of us on social media because, hey, that's what we do is we put out MMA content. So, Guru, anything you want to leave us with, my bruh?
Yeah, I'll give you guys, a free parlay that I'll give is Sean Woodson and Yusuf Salau. I mean, just so you can get plus money. I mean, Yusuf is only a minus 125. I think Woodson is probably the safest fight on the card. So, I mean, I had my original parlay of the week kind of blasted with Miranda Maverick coming out and with Sean Woodson versus Kyle Nelson getting pulled off. So, this is the second one that I've had to do. So, I'm going to go with that. And then bet on Dan Hooker and Kyle Daukaus as well as underdogs. I think they could get the win. So, if one of them wins, if you bet the same unit price, you'll at least make some money on that. So, those are 3 plays that I'll give out. And thanks for having me on, guys. It was fun. get used to doing this every week. So you guys are probably gonna get fucking sick of me in the chat. You guys too, but
no, bro.
Will you be available tomorrow night live?
Yeah, man, I'll pop in. I don't know if I'm gonna be on the whole time, but I'll come in and say what's up at least.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna have to start doing that a little bit different anyway, so that works perfect, Guru. That is kind of what we're going for. I'm trying to think of something else. Oh, somebody said in the chat earlier, hey, why is Guru not on the thumbnail? Hey, he will probably because Boss didn't have a picture of him because my man normally likes to be incognito, you know what I'm saying? Real low key off camera. So she'll probably get a nice little picture of him now, snap that head off, and add him on the thumbnail next week. Because
get a nice little picture of you rolling or something like that, and she'll make a nice thumbnail of that.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll send one.
hey, make sure you have that gi up and tied though, bro. All right. So, hey, we right now have 167 people in here. Think we had. Hey, did you check a max on that tonight, Nick? Did you get to see a max?
169, my favorite number. Yes.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. That one caught me off guard.
Yep.
Thank to each and every one of you 169 people that showed up tonight in and out. There's probably more than that in and out. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all could have been anywhere tonight, but y'all decided to rock with us on Odds HQ. Make sure you're liked, shared, and subscribed. Tell a friend. Hey, if 156 of y'all tell a friend, then we'll have 100 and 304. Do the math. Como está, mi amigos? That was for my boy Mickey, VIP Mickey out there. You know who you are.
Yep.
So, Mr. Fat Fist over there on Twitter. We got MMA. Hey, is it just Prediction Guru on Twitter and Instagram?
It's on Instagram. It's MMA Prediction Guru. On Twitter, it's Prediction MMA. So
damn, man, why you gotta be so difficult, bro?
You're fight P1, man. You should be saying,
bro. Hey, it tried to be most screen fight picks, right? I hit a 9, it went to a 7. I don't know what happened, but then I was kind of like, most screen fight P1's kind of cool, bro. Kind of catchy, so I kept it. Don't judge me. But
my original nickname was Mr. Fat Fist. I'll take heat for that. So
there you go. Hey, he made it when he was 12. So, but this is most screen MMA too. You can follow me on Instagram. Just made it a couple days ago. We're gonna start pumping out daily content on that. Daily content on the Twitter. Hey, most screen fight P1. You already heard. Make sure you hit that bell notification. We will be live tomorrow, 30 minutes before fight time. For Mr. Fat Fist, for Prediction Guru, this is your boy Mo. Odds Q, babe. Hey, Odds Q. What are we talking about? Odds HQ.
Odds HQ.
I got CTE. Don't judge me. I don't judge you. We're out.
Later.